Civil Liabilities Act, PPA USCS, PWPA. Palworld Protection Act, Law for Palworld Associates and Delegates, a proposal by Dggguuurrrd. All addendums found in this section are not considered law until it is entered as a sign on the instance of the server at IP 44.222.52.28.82.11. A. Prohibited use of weapons for homicide. Trespassing on another player's base perimeter without expressed consent is prohibited. Consent to enter another player's base perimeter may be given for any length of time and revoked at any point prior to the completion of the consent time. If consent is revoked, the base owner must give multiple warnings, at least 3, with acknowledgement from the trespasser, before exercising lethal force. All players engaging in PvP have expressed consent and may exercise lethal force so long as all participating players consent to the PvP event. If a player wishes to revoke consent from participating in a PvP event, they must provide an explicit verbal warning, e.g., lamball, 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 and receive acknowledgement of revocation from other PvP participants. B. Consequences for unauthorized lethal force. Players not adhering to the conditions for lethal force will receive verbal warnings and abuse and be beaten with a bat by all players on the server until the issue is rectified. C. Theft of items or PALs. The theft of items or PALs is prohibited, except for items dropped by another player, either willfully or upon lawful homicide, that are defined as currency or commodity, and PALs willfully dropped by another player. D. Prohibition of arson. All acts of arson are prohibited under any circumstances. Definitions: player, any player accessing the server anytime with any profile including duplicate files. Trespassing, entering the perimeter of another player's base belonging to a guild for which the player is not a part. PAL, any PAL that is owned by another player. Palicide, a PAL's health has been depleted to 0 by another player or another player's PAL. Player information, any information that can be used to identify another player. Guild membership, becoming a member of another player's guild. Documentary evidence, any recording of the game for any duration. Commodities, any item that can be exchanged for currency with merchants. Theft, taking any item that was in the possession of another player. Arson, the act of setting fire to a structure not belonging to the player using a torch. Torch, any item that can be used to commit arson.